All right, guys. So my house is starting to look like a grocery store, and I love it. We are going to come out here and harvest some things from my small space desert garden. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Shamira Benson, one part of Team Benson, and it is time to harvest. Now, you probably wouldn't think that I would be harvesting anything in 111 degrees, but I am. So I have a couple of different things I need to harvest, but I'm going to harvest only certain things today, and then we're going to move on to other things tomorrow, and then eventually we're going to get to a potato harvest. But first, I want to get some things that I have been waiting for forever. Forever, ever. I'm pretty excited about. You guys knew it. Before touching anything, I am coming straight to these Armenian cucumbers because it has been an entire year since I have had an Armenian cucumber. And that makes me sad. Actually, even longer because I didn't get them last summer. So almost 2 years, guys. So I am coming out and I am grabbing these first two, which the plant will be so happy because these things are huge and heavy. Guys, it is so hot out here and I'm sweating because I'm watering and that makes it humid. But this is what happiness looks like. Armenian cucumbers. I'm so excited. I finally have them again. Now, these are my favorite melons in the world. It's not a cucumber, it is a melon, which is why it holds up so well to the Arizona sun. This thing can survive in 110, 118, 120 degrees with zero shade cloth, and it'll still produce these beasts. But they taste like a cucumber if you pick them young. And yes, this is young. An Armenian cucumber gets way bigger than this. It gets a lot thicker. And when the seeds go to like actual form, so it actually forms the melon, then it tastes a little bit more melony and it's a little bit tougher. But right now, they're perfect. I love them. So the next thing we're gonna get are some of our Chinese red lung noodle beans. Guys, over here are my Chinese red lung noodle beans. I have a couple pairs because they grow in pairs. I have a couple pairs that are ready, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab these. But look at how long these things are. Okay, so these are one of my favorite things to grow. Now, I like to pick them when they're like this, even more so like this, when they're still kind of like the seeds haven't developed yet. When they get to be like this, you can start filling the seeds in there, so then it's kind of tastes more like a bean like when you're eating it, because like this part isn't as like tender as like if you were to pick them like this. So this is when you want to pick them, unless you're trying to eat the beans. Now the nice part about growing these, which this can feed a lot of people, and it's because they're so long that you chop them up and they become like the size of like a regular green bean. So you don't need as many as you would if you were just growing regular green beans. So it's a nice plant to have, nice little good source of food, and you don't need to do a lot in order to get a lot from it. And it also can take the sun with zero shade cloth. It doesn't love August, but it will get through most of the summer. Next thing up on my list is okra. Gotta love me some good okra. My okra plants are back here, and I will say my okra is a little bit bigger than what I want it to be right now. So let me try to get in here and get it. Let me just really get in here and grab the okra real quick. So I thought it was going to be more woodier than what I was expecting, but it's not. It's actually pretty good. So my okra grows pretty much like 2 okra every other day. Like, it's a lot. So basically all I do is I just take these, I put them in a little like plastic bag, like a freezer bag, and I just collect them until I get enough to make an okra stew. And that's if I'm not out here watering and it's super hot and I'm just hungry, because then I'll just eat them raw, because I love okra. Now the next thing I'm going to start collecting, the last thing I'm going to collect, is going to be some onions. I am making a really onion heavy dish. Basically it's just kind of like sauerkraut, onions, and like sausage, like a beef sausage. I think this one's lamb. Yep, it'll be a lamb sausage. And so with like some different seasonings. So I need to start collecting some onions that are in my garden. So what I'm doing, which there's one back here, is I'm gonna collect all of the onions that don't have, that the neck is broke on them. So I'm gonna go through, collect them all, and then I'm gonna bring them all into the house, and then we are gonna make a dish. Okay, and this is the onion harvest. Now, I've been like leaving my onions in the ground even when their necks are like broken. Some of these, their necks aren't broken, I picked them by accident, but I've been leaving them in the ground until I needed them, just because I didn't want to have to get them all out and cure them all. And so, but I do want to avoid letting this happen to where the roots are gone. And that is because I have composting worms and composting just insects in my bed. And I have a lot of heavy composting worms. So as soon as that plant starts to die, then those worms are going to eat those roots. They're going to love them and they're going to be great. So I've been letting the necks break, but still there's, as you can see, this one still has like a few roots on it. That's kind of when I've been picking them, and I was starting to get a lot of them where the necks were broken on them. So I had to do an onion heavy meal, and that's what we're gonna have today. Now I could cure these because they're still hard, they're still great, and they're not like anything wrong with them, but I just don't have the room to do it or the space to do it or a curing area, and we're gonna eat them. And it's gonna be great because there's not a lot. Okay guys, so since I'm out here watering, I just went ahead and I cut all the tops off of the onions and then I rinsed them. The nice part about kind of just leaving your onions in the ground until you need them, that I've realized, is that I don't have to like keep the dirt on them. I am a really big advocate of not having dirt everywhere. And since I don't have like a space like a barn or something like that, or like a big patio where I could just cure a bunch of onions, then it is nice not having dirt everywhere, because I would have dirt like in my house and I would not like that. So that's been nice. But here is the harvest. Now guys, I'm getting distracted because I see smoke, like fire, like a big fire. I'll show you guys in a second. But here's the harvest. I'm excited about it. It is something new to eat, which is really, really amazing. So we're gonna be getting this in the house, and I'm gonna investigate this fire. So guys, see what I'm looking at? That is a big plume of fire, or a big plume of smoke. And wherever there's smoke, there's fire. Well, that's not good. So I'm gonna go make sure everybody's okay, because sometimes out here where I live, it takes forever. Like, even though I'm in the city, I'm on the outskirts of Phoenix, and it takes forever for like medical people to get here. So I do like to go check to see if my neighbors are okay. But until next time guys, grow yourselves a garden, because even a small space can provide you with tons of food. Bye guys.